What pictures do we have of the Holy Trinity? Obviously, there aren't any pictures of God, since God is pure spirit. But then what about all these paintings and images that we see in churches? There are some depicting the Holy Trinity. Well, properly speaking, these images are not exact reproductions, but rather symbolic representations. They don't depict the Trinity, but rather they express our faith in the Trinity. In Catholic churches, for example, one would often find the following image: an old man with a long beard, Jesus, and a dove. Jesus is the Son. This is pretty clear. The Father, on the other hand, is represented as being very old. He is obviously not an old man, but he is from all eternity, and the long beard stands for God's wisdom. The Holy Spirit is represented by a dove. Naturally, he is not a bird, but at the baptism of Jesus, he descended from heaven in the form of a dove. And this is quite fitting, for the dove has its first biblical appearance in the story of Noah's Ark. When Noah releases a dove after many days on the ship, it returns with an olive branch and thus is the messenger of new life. And since the Holy Spirit is also a messenger of new life, the life of grace, the dove is a very fitting symbol for him. Now, this is not the only depiction of the Trinity. There are other images. This one, for example, painted by monks, it is very theological. It shows that the Son is the perfect likeness of the Father, and that the Father and the Son breathe forth the Holy Spirit. He is the love that unites the two. Then there is this image from an old church in Italy. It shows the unity of God in that it blends the three faces into one. The next one is quite curious. The three rabbits. They are arranged in such a way that while there are only 3 ears, each rabbit still has a pair of them. This image actually predates Christianity, but people found it fitting and reinterpreted it as a symbol for the Trinity. A little less obscure is this image. It is a mural painting from Ethiopia and shows the true equality of all 3 divine persons, indivisibly united to each other. They share the same attributes of eternity and wisdom. In the Eastern churches, this representation is the most well-known: the Trinity icon. It recounts the visit of God to Abraham in the Old Testament in the form of 3 angels. Christians have always interpreted this as a manifestation of the Holy Trinity. But who is who? While there are different explanations, one of them illustrates the theology of the Trinity quite well. Let's take a look at the hands. The hand of the left figure is the only one that points with a blessing gesture, but isn't itself pointed to. This is the Father, who alone is the source, bringing forth the Son, and with, or rather through, the Son, breathes forth the Holy Spirit. The middle figure would then be, according to the hands, the Son, and the right figure would have to be the Spirit, because he doesn't point at anything, just as also in the Trinity, the Spirit is the one who does not bring forth another divine person. These are only a few selected depictions. There are many others, and as we have said, they are not exact representations, but visual expressions of our faith.